Hi, I'm Gavin. Welcome to another live arena session. First, a question for y'all. Who's planning on doing the extra legendary event? I am probably not, just because I'm not really getting any points for it, and I'm not anywhere near Mercy. I had a look at my Mercy recently, and I think I'm maybe 50 shards in, so it doesn't seem worth it. I think if you're close to Mercy, it's totally worth it. If you're nowhere near it, then I don't know. I'm going to open with the Monkey King, and let's see what Lozic wants to do. So, starting me off with somebody who's a low rating, but looks like some very good champions. You got revivers. I'll bring some support units. So those are, I want to guess that those are going to be the two fastest champions on Lozic's account. So it doesn't matter which one he ban, he's probably going to be able to use the other one. And wow, look at that. I think this is the first time that I get a mythical while I'm recording. I actually wasn't recording this one time when I got 2 mythicals and I was forced to fight one of them. I won too. True story. You believe me, right? I think I'll just go for a couple of bombers. That makes sense. So they've got Baron. Baron is, of course, always terrifying because of the sheer damage he does. They've got Kymar, who can strip buffs, and that's terrifying. And I got to admit, I'm not so familiar with these, so I'm wondering if I should just eliminate the mythical, but then again, let's have some fun with it. Actually, we should be careful. Because if they ban Ramen 2, then I'd have no way of stripping the buffs. Oh, they banned a bomber, though. So it's going to come down to random chance, really. I have to be lucky enough to survive Kymar's strip. The accuracy is always a good idea. That's probably what I'll do. And we'll see what happens. So Kymar has a 50% chance to remove the stone skin if he's accurate enough. I don't think my champions are all that resistant. But we'll have to see. I also feel like I'm letting you down a little by not even knowing the names of these mythicals. I feel like I should be familiar with them, but they don't really appear to be a huge part of the meta yet. Probably just because almost nobody has them. But once a lot of people get them, then I guess we'll see which ones are really good. Looks like I'm losing my bomber after all. Yeah, I don't really have a great chance to do much of anything. Let's see what his plan is. Ooh, that is very painful. So let's buff. Let's see if I ever get a turn. Oh, block revive. Well, that's it. That's good game. Oh, can't get his name from here. Anyway, good game, Lozic. Oops. This is how you end it. Well, that was humiliating, yet elucidating, edifying. So, that particular mythical has the block revive. That's good to know. Makes her a very good response to the Monkey King or Bushi or the werewolf. What's his name? I just pulled him recently too. Brachus the Shifter. I'm thinking of building up Brachus the Shifter soon. I don't know about next, because I'm also thinking about building the Panda, because I just finished that fusion. I am keen to build the Panda. It would be nice to get Lady Mikage at some point. She'd be even better than the Panda, but it may be a year or two before I get Lady Mikage. Heck, I could be wearing adult diapers by then. I'll open with these two. Harley. Okay. I want Mithrala, and let's essay a bomber. Madame Cerie is another excellent strip champion. I think that's who I'll eliminate as well. So I'll just bring Gaius. That seems like the way to do it. And I'll bring the accuracy. So Whale of Banshee screws him up, but my Stone Skin holds for now. Can put up some buffs. I can't remove those. We'll put some bombs up. Put some more bombs up. This should be plenty of damage. And I think that's good game, Parley. You know what? I'll take this one. I said I had no way of stripping buffs, but of course I keep forgetting Monkey King does it all. He does everything. Varkan. That's a really cool banner, Varkan. What do you guys think of the whole clan banner system? I don't love the fact that after 2 saves, I have to pay 100 gems just to make any changes to them. That seems crappy, but then again, it's pretty consistent with the way this game runs when you think about it. I mean, it costs you like 500,000 silver just to take off your gear. And then everybody goes crazy when they run one of those events where you can do it all for free for 48 hours. It's ridiculous. Why do we let them do this to us? Why? Let's try a bomber and Mithrala. Whenever I see UDK, I think bomber. Whenever I see Pythion, I think Duchess and not bomber, but we have to try. So I'll bring in Gaius again. I'm being very boring today, I realize, but it's been working so far, so can you blame me? I think the best bet is to eliminate Cardiel, but possibly Pythion. Cardiel has a cleanse plus an auto revive, plus block debuffs. I mean, Cardiel has it all. So really, any complaint I have about Pythion is equally true of Cardiel. So let's just get rid of Cardiel. I guess the one advantage is, and in fact, Varkin keyed into it. Gaius isn't going to be as great at placing bombs on everybody, and if he misses Pythion, I'm probably in trouble. But then again, we do have the Monkey King. So we'll just have to see what happens. So, unremovable buffs. That's really rough. I'm not sure what to do about that. No idea. Just no idea. I guess we're going to start to see more and more protected buffs as time goes on, because now you can even get protected buffs into your accessories. I actually tried building a protection champion, and he's got 8 pieces of protection. I still don't have a 9th piece. I have to wait for that to drop from the Hydra Clash. It's going to be a long, long time, I think. So let's see. I can at least try to sheep him. And not even. This is a very well-designed defensive team. This I think, this hard counters my bomb team. We can try to stay alive long enough for Sun Wukong to get back up. And maybe he can do something, but wow, this is a mighty team. So let's see if I can steal his stone skin. That would be fun. No, I can't. Seems like UDK is built with a ton of resist. I mean, it looks like there's maybe still a chance, but I don't know. Should I call it? Actually, at this point, I could probably just play it out. You can't get up to much. Nope, nothing at all. Wow, still alive, huh? There it goes. Good game, Varkan. Very, very good team. I mean, I should have guessed, given your rank. So, Schnepics. I wonder if that's like Epics Schmepics. Let's open with these two as usual. So you've got a 6-star Arbiter with the Aura Augmentation. Fearsome Presence. That's what it's called. So they really want to go first. I'm going to have to eliminate him. I am going to try something different this time. I'm going to go with Ultimate Death Knight and Helicath. Come to think of it, probably also want Mithrala. Why don't I just take these two then? And that leaves my option open for either one Bomber or Helicath, depending on what I think looks better. Uko is going to be a real annoyance, I can already tell. But I think I have to get rid of Georg at the breaker. So you got 3 revivers on your team. And Astrolith, who can place bombs even on her. I wish I had just a couple more stone skin accessories for I should pick Helicath. Why not? If I had a couple of stone skin accessories for Mithrala, I'd be able to get that up on her and also have an immunity set. And then I don't have to worry about the likes of Astrolith, so when people pick her, she was eliminated anyway. Alright, well, let's try it. I want the defense aura just so I have the best possible damage. They've got 3 revivers. I'd really love to start bringing out somebody that's got block revive. I do have Fenax, but my Fenax is not fast and he's very squishy. So if I have a team that's prepared, I can make plans accordingly. So let's do this. Helicath will just put up the block damage. Now I don't have to worry about UDK blowing up. So we got our work cut out for us because he does have 3 revivers. I can start by trying to steal as many buffs as possible. Let's get rid of her, because he's just used his revive. Ooh, stun. Damn. Let's go for the AoE. This team is not particularly tough, and I think that's where the hope lies. basically, if at any point I lose Helicath, it's going to be really hard to get anywhere, although not impossible, because I still have my ace in the hole. In fact, let's try it now. Boom. Wow. That health swap is really nasty. All right. Oh, unbelievable. Well, let's try to knock him down. Good game, Schneppix. Very good game. You really gave me a run for my money. So I'm going to pick the Monkey King. I feel like in every single video I comment on how awesome the Monkey King is, but I feel like it can't be overstated. So we got Duchess. She's +1. I will take... I'll take Mithrala. As much as I like the idea of having a hybrid where I have the option of using both Helicath and a Bomber in the same team, it's tough to make that work and also be covering all my bases. So at this point, Warlord is probably the one I'll have to ban. I think I'll go for the Bombers. And the accuracy. So she puts up their block debuffs. Nobody else has block debuffs. So first opportunity, I want to take that down. He's probably going to put up more buffs. And I can just remove them all. Hopefully. Alright, good. We removed enough of them. And we put the first set of bombs. Duchess resists. That's not a good sign. Place the second round of bombs. Place even more bombs. This Duchess. She's bad news. A really well-built Duchess. Because she didn't want to go for her revive before she could get the whole team. So I want to take her down as quickly as I can. Not enough. Very close, but not enough. Well, at this point, let's put up some buffs and try to stay alive. No choice. Oh, there goes my first bomber. This does not look good. This is really the kind of team where you have to win right away or not at all. So, good game. Nice. A Grave Chill Killer avatar. I haven't seen one of those in a while. I think these were being handed out before I even got here, and I've been in the game for like 4 years. So this is a seasoned player. Oh, wow. And this is a seasoned player that does not want to play me. Free tokens? Eddie. So Eddie opens with Kymar. I'm going to open with my usual favorites. Eddie probably wants to go first. Kymar's a great opener because he really does so much. He's got the reset, he's got a full strip, he's got a speed aura, and this one has polymorph, which works very well on him because accuracy is an important stat for him. Then there's Sify, who doesn't need accuracy at all, and she also has polymorph. This is just a lot of polymorph. So this is telling me I probably don't want to bother trying to bomb. I really like UDK as a response to her, even if I don't end up picking Helicath. Because that A1 of hers, which has a 100% chance to sleep when you're about to go, and she's stupidly fast, so she just about always cuts in ahead of you. It's very, very annoying. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Helicath team. He's here. And I'm not really sure who to eliminate. Come to think of it, this seems pretty straightforward. Kymar, as I said, does it all. I don't think anybody else has a chance to remove buffs from me. So I can just give myself a defense boost. And I think my chance here is very good. I want to give it 90%. I give myself a 90% chance to win this. He's going to have to hit us exceptionally hard to take down the Stone Skin. Hence why I love Stone Skin. I am fine with opening with this. Also, Mithrala, fantastic. I didn't even plan this, but she's just a fantastic counter to Valkyrie because Valkyrie has a tendency to put up counterattack on everybody without putting block debuffs, which means if Mithrala hits them with the Hex, then they all counterattack and they might all just get turned to stone. Helicath, of course, also a very good response because Helicath hits straight through the shield. So I'm going to try to take out the Reviver first. She goes down. It's just easy to pick them off one at a time. She's got block buffs right now, so we don't have to worry about Necrit coming to her aid. Yeah. And I could use the AoE. But you know what? I'm just going to go for the A1. Now he can at least stun various members of the team. Of course, the True Fear prevented him from doing anything. Maybe I'll hit him with the A1. My hope was to reduce his cooldowns, but it didn't actually work. Go for her next. Inch her ever closer to death. Didn't manage to stun my Helicath, which is probably the one that he really wanted to stun. Oh no! That's not good. Oh, I think as much as I was bragging I had a 90%, now I think I have a 0%. So, good game, Eddie. Well done. My Helicath just did not have enough. So we got 3 more fights. I maintain my strategy should have worked, but I think he just had more powerful champions. So here's a Siffy. I'll bring in these two. Siffy and Rotos and Kymar. What a combo. I think I want bombers for this. So I'm going to go ahead and pick my first bomber. Right now I want to eliminate Kymar. I could also eliminate Siffy. It's a tough call. If he eliminates Ramen 2 and then Siffy goes first, I'm going to have a harder time getting rid of the buffs just because the Monkey King isn't speed tuned to facilitate the bombers. They're all going first. Of course, Kymar has a chance to strip everyone, but I'd say his chance of stripping him is 50%, and his chance of stripping the Rat King, even worse because he's the wrong affinity. But he might ban the Rat King. All these mind games. Oh, but he's banning the Monkey King, so I basically get to keep my bomb team. This is actually very close to the same bomb team I'll run in Classic Arena, except instead of Mithrala, I actually run my boy Pinthroy. It just happens I just about never pick him in Live Arena because I feel like he doesn't quite do enough, even though he does so much. I mean, honestly, he's as good as Lady Kimmy, but that said, he's still support. He's a lot of good support, though. He's got block buffs. He's got increased accuracy. He's got increased defense. He's got healing. So I think it's probably sinking in for him that I'm going to bomb him out with the Rat King. I don't think he has any real way of stopping me. He sure wants to try, though. I'd want to try, too. Oh, wow, remove my buffs. So there's actually a chance, now that my Stone Skin's been removed, that I get countered enough times that I die, which is why I put him in Stone Skin. It's not just so that he can survive the first onslaught. It's actually so that he can survive getting counterattacked. Is that it? What's going on? Did the game just lag? The game may have just lagged. That's a bummer. I was hoping to get through everything in one go again, but I may have to reset. I may have to reset. So I'm going to pause this video, and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. So I just reset. It looks like my last opponent tried to resign and it just crashed the game. That happens every now and again. I think that's happened to me once before. So sorry about that, folks. Um, anyway, we got 2 fights left. So let's just do those 2 fights and then we'll call it a day. So we got Hiko SK from Clan Avalon. Is that what this is? So I'll open with Sun Wukong. Hiko wants to go first, and I want to let him. So I'll open with these 2. And let's see, because you could do just about anything with these 2. Interesting. I mean, aside from him wanting to go first, or her wanting to go first, as the case may be, I can't really tell what the plan is here. I mean, she just hits really hard, but as a single target, a champ. We could try going for this paradigm. And I say this because really, I don't see great chances to strip it, and if this is a straight damage team, and especially if it's a fast damage team, then if I have middling speed, it can really annoy them. Of course, he could just ban my Helicath. I guess we'll see what happens. So I want to get rid of Kymar, because I think he's really the biggest wrench to this team. Hiko smartly got rid of Helicath. I'll take the accuracy. My Monkey King is very slow, though. That's the one thing I'd love to change about his build. I think his speed is somewhere in the neighborhood of 130. And if you're up against opponents that have speed of like 400, often he just gets up again and again and again, but never actually gets a turn. Initially, when I planned him this way, I was hoping that he'd get to go immediately, but it doesn't work that way. It seems that 100% turn meter doesn't mean you get to go immediately. 100% turn meter means you get to go immediately if no one else is also at 100% turn meter. Anyway, I think Hiko's plan is pretty much going off without a hitch. He's got 2 really hard smackers, and they are just smacking the crap out of my people. And as soon as my stone skin disappears, we are in deep crap. So let's see if she can stay standing long enough for me to do something. Okay, so this is basically my only chance to do anything. And I'm going to try it this way. Oh, snap! Good game, Hiko. Now you can see why I love the Monkey King. Alright, Oakbow. I'm going to go with my fave. Holy, an excellent response to the Monkey King. We'll go with them. Really, Oakbow's already got the basics covered. You've got a just about universally useful buffer, speed lead, reviver, support. That's an interesting lineup. Maybe I want to try to bomb this team. The biggest problem at this point would be Brogni. So, barring anything worse, I'll ban Brogni. And win or lose, it should be over quick. I think this is the first time I've ever seen anybody pick Fushan. Now I'm not sure who I want. She could be bad news. Whereas he just sort of puts up block debuffs. It's a gamble either way. If he eliminates my Ramen 2, but I let him keep Brogni, but I keep Ramen 2. So, let's go. And honestly, Madame Cerie, or Ceres, I'm pronouncing it both ways, I realize, and I'm not actually sure which one's correct. I mean, Madame is French, but that doesn't mean that Cerie is supposed to be French. But she puts out a lot of debuffs, and there's the strip, and all of that adds together to get a lot of chances to get sheeped. So the hope would be that she'd get sheeped, and that's why I make my lead Ramen 2. But you never know. So these aren't protected, so I can get rid of them. I can start placing my bombs. And really, it is not looking good for Oakbow. Good game, Oakbow. So that's it. I'm quickly going to go to the battle log again, just to get a sense of my record for today. 6-4. That's pretty good for me, honestly. Let's look at the leaderboards. Where am I on the leaderboards? 2,200. So that's where I'm sitting today. Anyway, that's all for today. Have a good day, and I'll see you on the next one.